Hello, everybody. Just kind of waiting for a few people to come in. Hello. If you can hear me, please say something in the chat. That way it'll let me know who is speaking. Hey, how are you? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Yes, I know. I know. I am well. I have been busy today, but things are like falling into place as usual. So it's like it's everything is happening for me. Yeah. How are you? How are you? Welcome in, everyone. I see everybody is coming in. It has been an intense few days. Oh my gosh. Um it has been it's definitely been an intense few days. If this is your first time joining, I will go ahead and say this. Welcome to Cards and Conversations. This is where we have open discussions, and of course, we're using the cards. Right, Ash, right. I see that a few people on. It says that there are three people on, but I only see two. So if you're on, please let me know so I can acknowledge you. But I did want to say that tonight there has been a big change, and um, Ashley has decided to no longer go forward with Cards and Conversations, but she's given me her blessing to continue. So yeah, so I have to we're gonna have to redo the intro for sure, but you're still gonna get the same level of content. Yeah, I know. I know, I know. But there has been some changes in Ashley's life as well. Good changes, nothing bad. And so I wanted to just kind of come on and just talk about it. Not talk about her specifically, right? But I did want to share this with everyone. So that's why I was kind of like waiting around, but I don't want it to get too late as well. Yes, but they're all good things. And so we're going to carry on. We're going to have, we will have opportunities to bring more guests on as we've always done. But tonight, it's just going to be updates. And I will say that these are good updates because we never know what is going on, uh, meaning in the spiritual realm until it happens, right? Like we can be as intuitive and knowing, right? But there is a limit view for us, even for the seers, even for the card readers, even for oracles. We can only see but so much. And so when there is a life change and a life switch that is happening, it is not necessarily bad. It's just that there's an unexpected change. Um, so I would even go on to say, I know like last week, doing the cards, I know for Tanisha specifically, aka Soraya. um, we had several tower cards to come up, but then even in the general read, I believe there was a tower card, and so this is a tower card moment. But as Ashley would always state, tower cards aren't necessarily bad; they're just changes. They're big shifts, and so there are some things that have shifted for Ash. I'm gonna allow her to tell you all that. I'm not gonna steal her light from that, but it's some major shifts that are happening, and let's just say that she's going to be propelled in some new spaces. And I can't wait to see what comes of it. I told her this already. Um, I cannot wait to see where everybody, all the watchers, those that are on now and those that will watch later, will see of the cards and conversations, just applying the things that Spirit is guiding us to do, right? Because Spirit will guide us to do many things, and sometimes they are abrupt. I can speak candid with you both because you know how I got here. You all know that I was not having it. It was not on my bingo card, and then it was I need you to move, and I need you to move now. And sometimes that is just how our updates happen. Sometimes we go to sleep and our phone is fine, and we wake up to that message. It's time for a phone update. It's time for you to keep your phone on and accept the update so it can do what it needs to do. Or if it's already charged, it's like, okay, like don't touch your phone. Let us do our thing while we update your phone. And these updates are upgrades, and these upgrades are the entryways to something new, to something better that's happening. So I do want to let you all know that. And one of the updates for me is that I have been in this space of, I'm not going to say that I have been in this space of hiding, but I've just been sitting back and watching, and I've kept getting the message to shine my light brighter. Stop not showing people who I am, right? So I began to do that lately. And honestly, it's been a great choice for myself because we can choose not to do it. We can choose to just, nope, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna let it until I feel comfortable, right? But sometimes spirit will push you out of your comfort zone. And whenever you spirit pushes you out of your comfort zone, that's when, these life changes happen. That's when the things that we've been praying for happen. And so there's going to be, I just feel like there's going to be so many updates from the collective. It's going to push me into some more modes. um yes, spirit can be very intense. Oh my gosh, spirit can be intense, and it won't let up. Spirit will not let up. um there's going to be some more updates from several people. I feel like, honestly, I just keep getting that. And it's going to cause us to have to reevaluate and reshift, or not going to say shift. I was talking to someone earlier, and she said she hated the word pivot, but in this conversation, I am going to say we have to pivot, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen until it happens, right? One of you might win the lottery. I didn't even know you was playing the lottery, right? And you might say, "Oh my gosh, I got a lottery ticket and I won. I won, $500 today. I won $1,000 today." You know, and it's just one of those things where we are in our 10 cup, 9 of pentacle energy. I'm seeing it, like I'm literally seeing the cards right now. Our 10 cup and 9 of pentacle energy. Yes, what shifts with the viewers as well. That's what I do mean that. Thank you for asking that, Ash, because I just feel like you all will also experience some sort of a shift, and it's going to propel something for you, whether that's in your personal life, your business life, what have you. Something's going to shift, because even with I can share this too. So I've been working on, for those who don't know, I am back in school, and I am working on my PhD. I am working. I've been working on my dissertation topic, and today I was listening to. It was a webinar from 2022. And there was a key player that I said, "Oh, I need to get this person's contact information and look this person up." I began to look the person up and found this book, and I said, "Okay, I need to read this book." I mean, I already have a list of books already to read and to listen to because I do have Audible. And I said, "I really need this book." And I was at the gym while I was listening, and one of my friends came in, and he was like, "Oh yeah, what's the book? Send me the title." And I'm like, "Okay." I send him the title, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can get this book for you for free." I said, "Excuse me." Within an hour, I would say a little over an hour, he sends me the book. I don't have to pay for it. I have the full book. I can read it, digest it, take notes how I want, and reach out to this guy. And that all happened in one day. Yes, so many forms of abundance. And so I'm like, this was a quick turnaround. And I said, wow, like, okay. And so to originally tonight's topic was going to be about what are we reading, but because of this update, I said, okay, we're going to pause it and we will do it for next week. Um, because things happen so fast. And we have been talking about this for a while, on like even in the midst of everything that's happening, how doors will begin to open for people, opportunities will begin to open for people, how it's going to be, like there's no more struggle for some of us, right? For those of us that's been struggling, no matter where you have struggled, there's not going to be any more struggles, and things are going to just open up for you. And this is the space, the time and the space that we are in. And we can't we can no longer refuse these opportunities. When that door opens, we have to walk through them. So yeah. I mean, are there any updates from you all? Look, while we are on the topic. Oh yeah, and there's some cards too that I need to get out because okay. And that's good too, like the anticipation, right? Because we, like I said, we never know what's gonna happen until it happens. I really did not expect today to happen. And I was like, ah. um, but I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you know what? Yoga is a good thing. Um, yoga, and I was, while I was in the gym yesterday, this guy came across the TV and he was doing yoga, and I said, you know, yoga has a lot of muscle memory in it. Um, and when you're talking about muscle memory, it can also be a spiritual thing because sometimes spirit speaks to us in our bodies and through our bodies, which is why we always have to be so aware, of the changes that are happening. I would even say the this week alone, I have had so many intense dreams, and I didn't write them down only because they were like they're like commercials. And you know, I can remember my dreams. So I've been like, okay, what do these mean? Um I'm gonna say this. So remember, we had a topic. I want to say it was last year. I was about to say last semester, last year, about the signs of death and picking up on death. And in one dream, I was with two owls. Owls are said to be representatives of or signs of oncoming death. And I was flying with them. Don't ask me how I was flying. I was flying with two owls. And they started out as two eyes in darkness. And I said, okay. And then it was like the moon like struck their faces. And I was like, oh, these are owls. Okay. And next thing I know, I was flying with them. That was the whole dream. Last night's dream was about someone that I know and she passed away. And her husband said, was like, we were trying to not let him know that she had passed away. And I said, I woke up with that. Okay, well, I'm praying that this is not a thing that's going to happen, right? Because death is a mysterious creature. Death is one of these things we don't see, but death is always taking someone. And so I've just been thinking about it because it may not necessarily mean um, her physical death, but there may be a death that's happening. And so I'm waiting to get more messages around that. I am going to pull cards on that later, but that's what came up for me. And I said, there's something that's happening. That's all I could say. I said, something is happening because literally every night this week, I have had a dream. This so far, I have had a dream, and this is since Sunday. I am gonna just pull. I need to get another deck. I'm being told to get another deck. Right. So let's see what Spirit wants the collective to know about these updates. I'm going to pull two cards out of this deck first, and then I'll get into it. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, Ashley. I really was. Um, but it's like, it's so much. Yes. Yes. I watched that documentary. We can talk about that too, honestly. Um, we can talk about that too. I mean, and honestly, if you think about it, that's an update. That whole documentary was an update because I had seen him once and I was like, yeah, no. um, oh no, see, I didn't see the one on YouTube. I saw the episodes on Hulu. But I did see him. He did come across my feed once on YouTube. But I don't know. I look at certain people and I kind of keep scrolling just to see what they're saying. And if it doesn't sit right here, I stop listening. But there was somebody else that he had come across, and they had a conversation. And I was telling somebody, I said, yeah, that person didn't sit well with me either. Like there were some things that the person said that were right, but there are other things that did not sit well with me. Okay, I can look at that. All right. So the cards that have come out: cloud meditation, look up. So that means that there are some messages coming from above. I have been meditating in the mornings again. Sometimes, if I wasn't able to meditate in the morning, I will meditate later. But every morning before I get out of bed, I meditate. And so, this is giving me that we're going to start getting more messages in the meditation during that time. And we have Santa Muerta offering. Okay. Spirit just told me that these are things that we should be doing in our day. Enchantment, celebration. So what I'm really getting right now is that when we start to meditate and when we start to leave offerings, then how it's coming to me right now, I just got interrupted. Is you do you do the business of spirit and you can celebrate. It's almost like when a parent tells you, all right, now, if you do your homework on time, you get a chance to go to the park and I'll buy you some ice cream. And you go in and you do all your homework and try to get it done so you can go to the park and get this ice cream. This is what it's giving, but it's not in a enticing way. Its spirit is like, the more you're able to connect with me, the more you're able to leave the offerings, right? The more you'll be able to celebrate. And I was looking at, it was a Mother's Day post by a group that I follow, and they began to talk about those of us that are connected to the water. And they were saying, as often as you can, leave an offering in the water for the water spirits. And I said that is true, because I left one last month, but I'm like, this is a new month. It's time to leave another offering. And they began to break down what those offerings look like for each person connected to the water. And I was telling someone who is not in this space, let me put it that way, how it has been hard for me because I'm a coast person, right? I was born on the state that's on the coast. I didn't live that far away from the coast. Yet here I am more than 5 hours away from a coast. And that has been one of my struggles because it's like I at least once a year would go to the beach at some point. And I have not been able to do that since I've been here, but I have um well, I take that back because I did go to Canada 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago now. And I was able to sit at the coast in on the bay, right? Coast. Um, but it's like that's why I have to go to the parks with the water because that's where I feel comfortable, right? That's where you find your peace. Wherever you, and this is not, and it's not just because I'm a water sign. I do want to say that there are just things that your element, and water is one of my elements. I have always known that, and I've just always had a calm with it. I do see your question. What do you leave as offering in the water? So you can leave um, fruits, vegetables. Um, it depends on which water deity that you're, which water spirit that you want to work with or that you work with, because they do require certain things. Sometimes, there have been people to say, you can leave a libation, bring some, bring alcohol and just pour it into the water. Um, the last time I went, I just sat and prayed. I was told, I had a reading done for myself. Sometimes, yes, I do support other readers and connect with other readers. And I was instructed to just go sit by the water, right? And so I sat by the water and I prayed, right? I sang. And so sometimes your natural talents and gifts can be offerings as well. And then it's also, what is that spirit directing you to, or what is spirit directing you to do? There's a few other things that I have been directed to do this year, and I am going to do them. And I just believe that it's going to propel me further, right? It's going to help me with the celebration. All right, let me get to the other cards. The next card is Witch and Metaverse. So that is giving me that same. I just gave somebody a reading. Was it Sunday? No, that was Saturday. And I was telling whenever this card comes out, it says witch, but it says metaverse. The metaverse is whatever the witch decides she wants to happen in this earth, right? She's going to make a potion to make that thing happen. So while we are meditating and leaving offerings in celebration, that is also the same spirit and that same energy that we can use to be creative, and create with spirit since we're already tapped in, right? So whatever is that thing that we want to happen the most, that is how we use that energy. That is how we maximize the presence of, what's the word I want to say? The presence of it. I have magician. I don't want to say it. That's how we maximize the magician energy, right? But that is how we maximize or bring in manifestations, right? There we go. That's the word I'll use. Um, that is how we begin to manifest things into our lives. And even with Ashley situations, like we were oftentimes talk after we have done a reading or the next day or so, and she was always saying talking about manifesting different things. And so in this season she has manifested something, and again, we do not know when that manifestation will happen, but when it does, we have to take it, right? um the next card we have is Omo, family, and it has the moon and the sun. So that lets me know that there is something in our world that's happening. Some of the things that we don't know is happening is going to reveal itself and be that sun in our life, right? Once we get that sun in our life, that is the part where things are working in our favor. That is the portion of the blessings happening. Remember, the sun is nothing but a star. So when you see the sun, you're basically also pulling off of that star energy. What are the things that you want to happen in your life? What are the brighter things that is happening in your life? And since this is connected with family, I also feel like that there are some family components to it, whether it's we don't see the family unit yet, but it's coming. Meaning, if you're single, you're going to meet your person that you're going to start your family with. Or if you've been wanting a child, now is the season to start looking for that pregnancy test to say positive, right? You have to expect it, even though you don't see it, right? The moon energy is something that we don't see, but it doesn't mean that it's not there. It just means that we don't see it. We don't conceive it here in our visual sight, but that don't mean that we have not conceived it here and here. And then, of course, we have cars Karusar autonomy. We determine how these things are going to happen. This has been my favorite card. This is like for me the Chariot card. Excuse me. Ooh. This is like that Chariot card. We have the autonomy to understand and know how to direct what is coming towards us. And I think it's interesting because so the out of the other deck, the first card that came was the Devil card. And remember, the Devil energy is something that will tie us and bind us to something so that we don't have autonomy. So this is letting me know that when we continue to do what spirit wants us to do, or needs us to do, right? When we meditate, when we leave these offerings, when we are in this celebratory energy, it's all allowing us to create something that we want to see happen, and then it happens whether we see it or not. At first it's coming, and we determine how it's going to look. We determine the frequency. We determine the speed of it happening because we had already been tied up. And I'm using past tense terms because the next thing that I see is the Four of Wands, celebration again. And remember, this Four of Wands is also the card of marriage. This is the card, and remember, we just got the family, and then we get Four of Wands. So that thing that has been tied up, Four of Wands. So if we've been, say, if you've been looking for a relationship, right? And you said, okay, this time I'm getting my person. I'm calling in my person. And now you have the autonomy to call in your person. You have, hold on. You have the power. I'm hearing you have the power to call those things as though they were. Ten of Pentacles is here. Family card. Four of Wands. I'm telling you, whatever this thing is, it's going to deal with family for a lot of people. Oh, okay. You see these four cards all flipped, like they flipped over. Like, read these next. So I'm going to read them in order. We had the Knight of Swords coming. Protect your mind. Protect what's coming in your mind. This is what I'm getting. Ooh, I got coaches when I said that. Protect your mind. So no more negative thinking. Whenever that thought comes in, block it out. Two of Cups. Partnership. I'm telling you. So say, like, if you said that this is the time where you want a relationship and you're really banking on having and creating or having a relationship, no matter what the situation looks like, you can't give up so easy. You can't say, oh, I really like this person, but I doubt if I really hear from this person again. It's like you shooting your blessing, and it's like, no, protect your mind gate because it's here. Then the next card, the Moon, but you don't see it. I'm telling you. And this is twice that this Moon card is coming out. I'm telling you, you don't see it happening, but at the same time, and even I'm going to say this too, even if it's not a relationship like with a person, say something that you're calling in, whether it's money, whether it's a new job, whether it's a career pivot, or a career shift, whether it's a new career, right? Same thing. Whether it's, I want to get back into school, whatever this thing is, whatever this dream, this goal is, it's, you don't see it coming, but every time you block out this devil energy, you're calling it in. Every time you meditate and connect with spirit, every time you leave an offering and you're able to celebrate. Celebration is an energy, is a manifestation energy. That's why we tell people to celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are, because they continue to draw in. And every time you use that energy to create your universe, you have some things that you don't see coming, and you are creating your family. because you have complete autonomy. I want to reiterate that. I really do want to reiterate this. And the last card that came with this four, the Hierophant, because you have been waiting. And in this mode, you have been waiting and getting the instructions. It's like you've been reading the manual on how to uh I, this is coming to my mind, but it's almost like a joke. That's how they're giving it to me, but they're the spirit wants me to give it to you like this. It's like the manual on how to catch a man. And you've been reading the book and you've been patient. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to get this. It's my time. We're going to call this in. Or how to finally catch that girl of my dreams. Not just the girl, but the girl of my dreams. There's specifically this woman that I keep dreaming about that I've never seen before. And she's going to manifest because I don't believe she's just a dream, because I see her in my dreams over and over and over again. And it's like you've been, okay, how do I make this come true? And it's like it's finally coming through. um I've heard this word twice now, and that the word is breakthrough. It's like there's finally a breakthrough, and you're wanting something, but it's between the distance of you wanting something and you actually getting it. It's almost like this is the area where you want something, and this is the thing that you want. And in the middle here is you just need that one thing to happen. Well, it's like it's broken through. And now the thing that you've been hoping for, you're not able to get it because you're breaking through. I do want to see what's on the bottom of this deck. Ace of Pentacles. It's coming towards you. And you know, with the Ace of Pentacles in the traditional deck, it is a hand giving you a pentacle. It is a hand giving you the pentacle. It is a hand giving you the resources, or the money that you've been asking for. It's that blessing that you've been wanting spirit to give you. And it's finally coming in because you've been in this Hierophant energy. And these are those updates. Those updates. Because my question to spirit was, show the collective about these updates. These are those updates. The things that we've been praying for, we're starting to get now. And like I said earlier, this is the season where it looks like we're losing the most, but when most people lose, we're going to reap. The bottom of this deck said Yemaya, starseed. Yemaya is a water deity. And we were talking about that earlier. Connecting with the water. I'm telling you, water is also the sign of rebirth. I don't think a lot of people make that connection too. But when you think about a woman that's pregnant, what is the sign? Her water just broke. Her water just came forth. The water is producing. The water nourishes and nurtures. So that's what's happening, people. So these updates aren't just any old updates. These are divine updates that are happening for us. Any questions or any thoughts? Okay, I'm ready to. I am ready to. Yeah, there's been so much, even with the school, right? And I think I've shared this with you before. But for those of you who have never heard this story, I was actually going to start working on my PhD a few years ago. I had started studying for it the latter part of 2019. Um, yeah, the latter part of 2019, and I had gotten a few tools and had been trying to slowly study so that I could take the exam, take the GRE, and go for it. But in 2021, my father passed away. And so I stopped everything. It just, nope. Um, I said, I can't do this right now. And then 4 years later, it was okay, it's time to pick this back up. It's time for me to actually get started and go and do this thing. And the program that I'm in is a new program. And I don't take it lightly that I'm a part of something that's new and developing, because we still are developing a few things, but the program is amazing and I'm connecting with world leaders. I'm connecting with people that have been making changes in the world, not just in America, but literally all over the globe. And so that was one of my updates. And I feel like the updates that we're going to get are going to be, they're going to be shifts that happen for us where we can make a world change, whether that's in our personal world or the world around us or literally the world, right? These changes are going to happen. These updates are going to happen for us. And remember what I shared a few months ago, that especially when it comes to relationships, that sometimes our relationships are not based off of love, but by it's almost like a business contract. It's almost like an arranged marriage, right? If you think about it. But in this sense, this spiritual arranged marriage is because of the thing that we already have inside of us. That person is going to be able to help us kickstart, start, or work with that thing that is within us, that spirit is pulling out of us, because we have more to do than what meets the eye. That's why we even shock ourselves at the things that we're able to do. Yes, that timeline shifted. That timeline shifted so much. Oh my gosh, it shifted so much. And when I began to share with my classmates in my cohort about how I got into our program, we all had the same story. Every single one of us had the same story. And we're like, we know that we're here for this moment, for a reason, for a purpose. We literally all have the same story. And we all have different backgrounds. I'm waiting to see if you have anything else. Yes, there's so many synchronicities. Um, because the school that I'm going to is thank you, thank you. The program that I wanted, the school, the type of school that it is, I literally asked for it. Um, I was looking for another school, and I had even talked to. I was on a project with somebody on their faculty, and I said, "Hey, well, not really their faculty, but they that work with the faculty." And I said, "Hey, if y'all had this program, I would come to your school right now, but you don't have it." And she looked and she said, "You're right. We don't have this program, and we should." And I said, "Exactly, because this is you're already doing the work." Um, and this school matched it, checked every single box, because there's a global component to what I want to do, and they even checked that. The other schools that I looked into that I said, "Oh, this is the program," they didn't have that global aspect. They only had the others, or for some, they didn't have the type of school that I wanted. But I was going to go anyway because I said, "Okay, well, maybe I can go." But it was like, "Nope, you put this in the atmosphere, and we're going to give you what you asked for." So it rocked my world, but in a good way. And now I'm here 9.5 hours away from a beach. But that's going to change because I'm going to somebody's beach this year. Before this year's out, I'm going to somebody's beach, and preferably in the summer. Yeah. But I am going to do an ask B if anybody wants. Um, it looks like it's just me and you. However, if you do want to ask a question, I can do it. No charges tonight. Oh, okay. My feed says it's only one person, so I can't tell. Okay, okay. Yeah, it does. It is weird. Well, you have to. I mean, I don't mind. Either way, you have to let me know if you want it, so I can do it for you. Let me get my other deck. It's so weird how my decks flash before my eyes. I mean, I can. It just it's only two of you for now. Um, and I'll do Ash. Oh gosh, that is hilarious. Okay, I will. I do in books. It's mainly books, but um I was talking to Ash one day because Ash had surprised me with a deck of cards, y'all. It I was like, and she was like, ha ha ha, got you. And I was like, and here I'm sitting like I have enough decks, and she said you can never have enough decks, and I said it's true, because spirit will flash them right before my eyes. Like pull this one. Let me move this. Ooh, it's got a cold chill. I have a card that's up here. I'm going to see if it's going to come out. This card is the Emperor card. This is for you, Ashley. So there is some movement for sure, because that's the Aries card, and Aries energy is all about making a move. But this one is he is holding a chess piece, so it's like you're not only taking movement on something, but you're strategically moving. And it's this movement is guided by spirit. Okay. So this also came out before the Hanged Man. So that lets me know that this is for you for sure, because this is, you're changing, you're getting a new thought on something. It's something, um, yeah. And you're getting, even the thoughts that you have surrounding it is enlightened thought, or it's basically what you're thinking is how you should be thinking. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So it's going to, what the results of this movement and the way that you're thinking is going to definitely bring you some happiness. The Tower card just jumped out. Literally jumped out. So it's going to be a tower moment. I don't know if it's going to necessarily be a tower moment for you, but it's going to be a tower moment for someone. So I don't know. So say like if there's somebody that's been being dependent on you, it's going to cause them a tower moment. Not necessarily you, but there's going to be a tower moment for sure. And it could be like the general reading. It could be the tower moment of you taking the reins and disrupting that devil energy that tries to hold you back, right? Because when a spirit thinks that it is holding you back and you break out from its arms, its reign, it's like, how did that person do that? See? Okay. I mean, that's true. I mean, if you have to end it, you have to end it. And sometimes, um, I was just talking I just had this conversation with somebody else like maybe a few days ago. And we were talking about how sometimes when you're in a growing season, you have to leave certain people behind. And it's not that you want to, but it's necessary for where you're going. Because sometimes I don't know why I'm seeing Icarus right now. But in this version of Icarus, Icarus has a rope tied to his foot. And it's like, even although Icarus flew too close to the sun and fell, he wouldn't have gotten even that far had he allowed this rope to stay attached to his foot. Yeah. And I'm hearing this loud and clear. Do not have the fear of falling. Do not have the fear of falling, because even in a fall, you may fall into something better. Even in a fall, you may not have the results as somebody else. Let's say if somebody else fell, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I went on this mountain and I went skiing and I broke my foot." You shouldn't do it, but you get on that same mountain, you ski or whatever, and you fall, but you don't break your foot, but you fall into, I don't know, you fall into a tree, and the tree catches you before you can do a complete fall, and then you just get back up, dust yourself off, and then go down, continue the road. It's almost like that. It's like what happens for somebody else may not necessarily happen for you. um and I'm hearing fall with grace. Fall with grace, meaning that there's a certain, with grace comes a certain peace. It's a certain, um, I'm hearing the word astute, right? There is something profound. It can be something profound. And it's just like, it's the matter of going and, oh, I fell, but I fell on my feet. It's like that. That's what I'm getting, and it's like you don't expect it, but just embrace that energy. Page of Wands is here, so there's definitely some news that's coming in, and this news is going to enlighten you. So I don't know whether you already have received the news, if this reading is the news, or if you have news coming in. That's not what I'm picking up. I just know that you have news coming in, and it's going to enlighten you. It's going to give you an idea. And then we also have the Ace of Cups. A change of heart on something is what I'm really getting. Um, Now we haven't talked. Oh, okay, okay. So you are waiting, and what you have, the news is definitely coming for sure. Um, and it's going to change the way you think. But also, what I'm getting is, now we have not talked. So, and I know where you are currently, but with this cup, Spirit wanted me to pay attention to the water here. It's almost like you're moving to another location that's not here. And just to, because I know where you are, right? And nobody else knows, right? It's not here. It's not back here, right? But it's to another place. That's the energy that I'm picking up. It's like it's still different waters. So yeah, that's that's what I'm picking up. Um, that's why I say it's like a change of heart. Yes, exactly. Not to the States, but to another country. I didn't know if you wanted that information out there. So that's why I was like, okay. We have I have another card, but I'm gonna see what comes after this card before I share it. Okay. Huh. Oh, okay. I got you, Spirit. Give me one more card. So give me one more card to go. Okay. Yep. So when you do, I feel like there is going to be a situation that comes up, and it's that devil like energy. That devil like energy is going to tell you that you do not have enough, that you or that you're going to lose a lot. But spirit is saying that that's a lie, because look, there's a key right there. You always have a way out, is what I'm hearing. And then that was backed up by the two of swords. But it's like, don't believe don't believe what you're seeing. Believe what you know. So like, if you know, say that you know that you're signing a contract with somebody for a multi-million dollar uh contract, and somebody says, "Oh, well, when you get over there, you know the money exchange is going to be different from where you are. You're not going to have enough money to live at first, so you may have to struggle a bit. So you may want to talk to your family." And it's like spirit is like, "No, no, no, no. You're signing a multi-million dollar contract. Do you really think that they are going to allow you to struggle when you first get there, knowing that you have to do this work?" So it's like, it's just an illusion that this devil like energy is showing you. It's like, oh, like you may not have enough money, and spirit is like, nope, don't think about it. You know what's happening for you. I'm hearing one more card. Yep, King of Swords. Strategic wisdom. You know what's another thing that I think is ironic, that the swords are the last two cards here and they have ravens on them. I've been seeing ravens a lot lately. And those are messages. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and they could be because they will say, "Oh, don't they will sometimes you cannot listen to family, especially when you're on a certain road and they're not on that road, they will not get it." And I share this all the time. Like, my sister and my mom never understood why I was volunteering with this certain organization back home, but now they see how it's opened doors for me now. And had I listened to them, I probably would not be in the position that I'm in now. But yes, but this King of Swords, again, it kind of matches this Emperor energy, right? The king knows where he wants to go. The king is strategic in his actions. So you may have to embrace that masculine energy, just to I'm not going to say to carry you over, but while you are making this transition, because that male like energy is like, nope, we're going to Norway, we're going to leave in 3 days, pack everything that you're taking with you now. When we get on the sea, no matter what comes, we're going to keep busting it all the way through. If there's a hurricane, we're gonna rock with that hurricane, but we're gonna go to where we need to go. And when you're in that energy, it's like an unstoppable force. It's like nothing. Why did I hear that song? Nothing can stop us. I'm on my way up. Like, but that's the type of energy that it is. It's that unstoppable force. Yeah. Especially when you're not on that mainstream. People will call you cuckoo. There's certain people in some of my in certain circles that I'm in, let me put it that way, that they don't understand this space, and they only understand the space for what mainstream Hollywood will show you. And they're like, "Oh, you be doing this and oh, you be doing that." And I'm like, "No, that's not what I do. I don't be floating on no broomstick and doing all that. That's no." Like they have questions. They will ask me questions. And I share one. I had to share. I was like, "Hey, to show you what this space looks like." And I did a reading. And I was like, "Yeah, there's something going on with your job and the project." And he was like, "There is something going on." And I said, "Yeah, and this is how you handle it." I said, "This is how this space operates for me." You are welcome. You are welcome. All right, Soraya. Ooh, these energy shifts. It's like the way that I'm feeling these chills. It's almost like the best way to put it is like a dry erase board. It's like spirit is like, okay, we're done with this reading. Now go. That's how it feels. Oh, y'all cards are jumping out. So the first one you have is the Seven of Wands, and it came in reverse. So there's something that you're not feeling protected about. Okay. Um, and then that was a notification. So it's like it's almost like a confirmation. It's something that you're not really feeling safe about. But then you have the sun. It's almost like I don't care. I'm going to celebrate anyway. That's the feelings that I get, especially because so one of the things, and I've never really noticed this about this card. So I'm gonna show it up closer. She's not moving, but her necklace is reaching out to the sun. It's like I don't feel safe, but I'm gonna celebrate anyway. And then there is you also have a movement card. There's a decision. You're deciding to go or not go somewhere, but I really feel like you're deciding to go somewhere. Because the wand that she is holding is close to the globe and the picture of um the van there. I was about to say something else, but it's a van. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is good. It's the way this reading is going so far, it's almost like so far the wine cards are the black spaces on a checkerboard, but the other two cards are the white spaces. That's how it's although it's one line for me, I'm seeing it like that. So I'm very interested in knowing what comes next. Oh, I'm being told to get some oracle cards for you too. Oh, I think your mom is here. Have you been having dreams about her again? Or thinking about her heavily? Yeah. Because the words that came to me is, when are you going to listen to your mom? And I was interested when I said I'm interested in knowing what this next card is. I was wondering if it was going to be another wands card, and sure enough, it's another wands card, and it's that I call it my standoffish card, that on guard card. Let me get this oracle deck that I'm seeing real quick too. Come on. I think she's trying to give you a message for sure. Because it's like you don't feel protected. There's this movement that you're deciding to go, but you're also guarded. But you have the Sun card here. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, and I haven't pulled the next card, but I'm gonna pull a this Oracle card because I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something. It's like a piece to the puzzle that it's like you're putting together a puzzle, and you're like, there's this or a clue, right? As it's not coming to me like the game of Clue. There was this game, it's sort of like a clue game, and it's like you have all the pieces, but you need this one other clue to so that you can figure out this puzzle. That's how it's coming to me. I'm hearing the word estate. I don't know if there's like some property or something that y'all might need to check up on, but that's coming across now too. Yeah, so this says the first quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. And I'm going to read that to you really quickly. Um, it says, whatever is going on in your life, you need to take care of the small stuff and the big stuff will fall into place. Problems can arise now because of carelessness or a judgment lapse. Avoid telling everyone your opinion until you're sure you know exactly what's going on. Think about the baby steps you need to take on your way to your goal and don't take too many risks. Believe in your own good luck, but don't be arrogant about it. Think an important think an important decision through very carefully before taking action. Your challenge when this card comes up is to dream, but to be prepared to put in the hard work required to make your dreams real. Make peace between the part of you that needs everything to make sense and the part that wants to throw caution to the wind. So yeah, it's like so press your luck, but it's also saying that's why I'm saying, and maybe that's what this is because I'm like, it's interesting because let me see what this next card is because it's like every other card is a wand card, but then you between the wand cards, it's like they're good cards. Let me see what these two are. You have temperate. I'm just going to show you the cards. I'm just going to show you the cards. This came first, followed by this one. The lovers, temperance and the lovers. And this came up on the white side with the sunshine and the pentacles. Followed by the empress. So you're definitely creating something, right? There's something that's in the works. And that empress energy, you know, she commands things to happen, right? That it's that respected energy. So it's like just as much, it's like there's a balance of doubt and good luck here, but you don't really have to have the doubt. Um, if you have a white candle, I'm gonna tell you something that could work. Take a glass of water, write her name on a piece of paper or index card, put the water on top of it, and burn a candle next to that water so that you can get this message, because she wants to tell you something for sure, because it came plain as day. When are you going to listen to your mother? And I'm like, ooh, okay. Yeah, you even have the Six of Pentacles here. So you have this, the whatever you've been, the things that you have been putting out is returning back to you, and it's returning back to you in, so it's like so many different ways. I was about to say places, not places, but it's definitely people and things. You that's one thing that you both have. Whenever you both put out, you receive it in some form or fashion. I do want to say that. I'm hearing cloak and dagger right now. And if you think about the cloak and dagger, there was always a balance. And I'm thinking about the TV show because I don't know too much about the actual uh comic, but I do know in Cloak and Dagger there was these two lovers, or you knew that they were going to fall in love, right? But it was like their love was so powerful that it caused destruction. So it's almost like this reading is sort of like that, but it's like it's not going to cause the destruction, or the destruction that people think it's going to cause, or the destruction that you believe is going to cause. And you have the Ten of Swords here. It's like whatever this thing is that's tormenting you. I'm not even going to say tormenting, but that I would say this, that negative thought that comes across your mind, where you feel like you're unprotected, where you're feeling like I might need to move, or where you have your guard up. It's like you don't have to. It's like put it in this space, put it in this it's got to leave space. I'm going to pull one more. There they are. One more oracle card for you. It is definitely Sagittarius for you. It's the energy of Sagittarius. So the next one is the full moon in Sagittarius, and it says, see the bigger picture. And it says, at this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person in whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster when you draw this card, but you need to find a balance between where you are and where you want to be. It may be that you need to do some more research before you move closer towards whatever it is you want. When you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. Find a balance between saying what needs to be said and saying too much. And the manifesting mindset, one thing is for sure, having an open mind will serve you well now. Talk to people about your issues and get a view of the bigger picture. because and that's both of these cards, well, at least this one for sure, has summed up the entire reading. So it's something that you're not seeing, something that your mom wants to share with you. Um, because on the other side, they see it all. They see all sides. It's like to me, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, the spiritual world is real. You know how on this side we have gossip? The spiritual world is so nosy. It's like they know it all and they're like, oh my gosh, ooh, I got some tea to tell you, but I can't tell you the full tea. I can only give you a little bit. And that's how the spiritual world, to me, that's how they act. It's like I'm gonna give you a little bit, and spirit says, yeah, and I'm gonna give you this little bit. And you, it's like, don't be leading me like this. But they're like, but that's how we got to give it to you. Anything that I need to clarify for you? Okay. Ooh. Cards and conversations, people, for the viewers that will view this later. Oh, okay. Okay. I can. I'm just being mindful of the time of the video. Not my cards wanted to jump out. Up, the star card. It's this card. Oh, Ace of Cups. So I had this thought already, and then this card comes up, the Page of Cups. So what I'm getting is like I've been hoping and praying for something to happen in my love department. Somebody is going to, like, that's been my focus, right? This is the Ace of Cups. It's usually somebody bringing you a cup. And then it's followed by, or bringing you love, and then it's really followed by somebody's bringing you a cup. But I'm also seeing that it's something where I've caught somebody's eye. Wow, the 10 of Cups just flew out the deck. This is too funny. I done called somebody, right? I've called somebody's eye. I mean, it's here. I'm gonna need y'all. Spirit said, why are you still drawing? You see the full picture. I need a little bit more. Don't I always what? Oh, right. And it's been picking up again for sure. Now, my question, the spirit was, let me know who this person is, and I got the Empress and the World. So it's somebody that is the world is a new chapter. So this person has a new chapter in their life. They were making decisions. I'm assuming that the decision was trying to figure out if they want to come towards me or not. And apparently they've made a decision to come towards me for sure. Page of Pentacles. Now this could be somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, or they have money coming in. But I'm also seeing that the person is stable, like they have stability for sure. And I see that in how this person is standing. I was told to look at Page of Wands. So they're coming with a message. They're definitely coming. I guess they're coming to tell me this news, child. Kind of shocked. Celebratory season for sure. Yep. They're coming to me with this news. Page of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. They're definitely coming to me with this news. So I'm interested in knowing who it is, because I feel like, okay, Spirit told me to look at the bottom of the deck, and they told me to, Spirit wants me to just keep working. But I'm doing that anyway. But this person's coming to me with the news for sure. Yeah. But that is all for tonight. Ash, we need to talk. We will catch up a little bit. Soraya, I know that we will catch up as well. I did see that you had called earlier, but I was in a meeting, so we will catch up as well. But to everyone who this is your first time, this is how the readings go, and sometimes they go in so many different ways because Spirit uses me in so many different ways. I see, I hear, I read. And this is why we deem this channel or this night Cards and Conversations. So you all have a great night, and we will see you next week, same time. Have a good night.